Thank you for listening to a nighttime adventure bedtime story from nighttimeadventures.com. Visit our website to view hundreds of exciting bedtime stories for children of all ages.
The Nighttime Adventures of Miko, The Mystery of the Enchanted Lagoon. In the little town of Whiskerville, there lived a peculiar cat named Miko. Miko had an extraordinary gift. Every night when he fell asleep, he went on remarkable adventures. He would drift off into a magical world where he could do things he had never imagined. Tonight was no exception, as Miko tucked his little paws under his head and nestled into his cat bed, eager for another great escapade. As Miko closed his eyes, the room began to dissolve. Suddenly, he found himself standing at the edge of a lush, vibrant forest. The trees were as tall as skyscrapers, their branches intertwining to form a natural canopy that shaded the ground below. The sun filtered through the leaves, casting a soft, warm glow over the forest floor, which was carpeted with soft, velvety moss. Feeling adventurous, Miko started to explore the magical forest, following a narrow trail that seemed to be calling to him. As he walked, the foliage around him came alive with color. Beautiful butterflies danced around his whiskers, their wings shimmering like tiny, delicate rainbows. Strange, yet friendly-looking creatures scurried through the underbrush, whispering and giggling in excitement at Miko's arrival. Soon, Miko came upon a clearing where a group of animals had gathered. They seemed to be waiting for something or someone, and they greeted Miko with bright eyes and curious smiles. Among the animals were squirrels, rabbits, owls, and even a majestic-looking deer with antlers that glittered like crystal. "Who are you all waiting for?" Miko asked the group, intrigued by the gathering. "We're waiting for you, Miko!" chimed a cheerful little squirrel, her bushy tail swishing behind her. "You're here to help us solve the mystery of the Enchanted Lagoon." Miko felt a rush of excitement surge through him. An enchanted lagoon? This sounded like a fantastic adventure. The animals led Miko to a breathtaking lagoon, its waters shimmering like liquid sapphire. At the center of the lagoon was a tiny, enchanting island covered in the most exquisite flowers Miko had ever seen. But something was amiss. The island seemed to be shrinking, its edges disappearing into the depths of the lagoon. The animals told Miko that the magical island was home to a rare and powerful gemstone that protected the forest and all of its inhabitants. But as the island continued to shrink, the power of the gemstone was waning, and the forest's magic was in danger of being lost forever. "We need your help, Miko," the majestic deer said, his voice soft but firm. "We need you to find a way to reach the island and retrieve the gemstone before it's too late." Miko didn't hesitate. He knew he had to help his newfound friends save their magical home. With determination in his heart, he dove into the lagoon, swimming towards the island with all his might. The water felt like silk against his fur as he glided through the lagoon, and it carried him towards the enchanted island with surprising ease. As Miko reached the island, he noticed something peculiar. The edge of the island was encased in a sheet of impenetrable ice, which was what was causing the island to shrink. The ice seemed to be coming from a strange, frozen cave hidden beneath the flowering plants. Miko carefully made his way to the cave, his paws softly crunching on the frosty ground. Inside the cave, Miko discovered an enormous, sparkling ice crystal. The crystal seemed to be absorbing the power of the gemstone and using it to spread ice throughout the enchanted island. Miko knew he had to find a way to stop the crystal from draining the gemstone's power. He thought of the warm sun shining through the forest canopy and the vibrant colors that filled the magical world. Miko closed his eyes and focused on the warmth of the sun, feeling the energy build inside him. Suddenly, a bright golden light began to radiate from Miko's fur. It illuminated the icy cave and reached the large ice crystal, which started to melt under the powerful glow. As the crystal melted, the ice encasing the island began to retreat, and the magical gemstone's power was restored. Miko could feel the enchantment returning to the island as the flowers bloomed more vividly, and the gemstone shimmered with renewed energy. He picked up the gemstone, feeling its warmth pulse through his paws, and swam back to the mainland, where the animals eagerly awaited his return. With the gemstone safely in his possession, Miko handed it to the majestic deer, who placed it gently in a nest of leaves at the foot of the tallest tree in the forest. The moment the gemstone touched the ground, a brilliant burst of light erupted from it, bathing the entire forest in a warm, magical glow. The animals cheered and danced with joy, knowing their forest was saved thanks to Miko's bravery and determination. They celebrated well into the night, singing songs and sharing stories about the Enchanted Lagoon and the magical gemstone that protected their home. As the celebration carried on, Miko began to feel a soft tugging sensation in his heart, like a whisper of wind urging him to return. He knew it was time to leave the magical forest and return to his cat bed, back in the cozy little house in Whiskerville. Bidding his new friends a heartfelt farewell, Miko closed his eyes and felt the world around him start to fade. The music of the celebration grew fainter, and the warm glow of the gemstone dimmed until it was only a distant speck of light. Gradually, the magical forest dissolved into the darkness, and Miko found himself nestled once more in his cat bed, wrapped in the familiar scent of home. A faint smile played on his whiskers as he drifted back to sleep, filled with the memories of his incredible adventure in the Enchanted Forest. Though he knew it was time to rest, Miko's heart was filled with excitement for the next adventure that awaited him in his dreams. And so, every night when Miko closed his eyes, he would journey to fantastic new worlds and experience amazing adventures, knowing that with each dream, he would return to his cat bed, eager to embark on another unforgettable escapade.